G'day and welcome to episode 59 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean and this is my weekly podcast where I share my quilting adventures. Come see what I've been working on, what I've done, and what is coming up soon. We have a lot to get through, so let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. This was a good week for me. It started off kind of slow in the sewing world, but towards the end of the week I got quite a bit done and I got a lot accomplished. So let's see what I got done. The first thing I want to show you is a t-shirt quilt that I've been working on. It's for a dear co-worker of mine. She lost her brother suddenly about this time last year, and I wanted to make her a t-shirt quilt so that way she could remember her brother and some of the events that he held so dear to him. He was a huge old Baltimore Orioles fan, Redskins fan, and Batman, among other things, and it's going to showcase so beautifully in this quilt. I am using a very dark orange sashing. It matches pretty well to the Baltimore Orioles colors, so this is what it looks like right here. And I've got the first two rows together so far, and I am super excited with how nice it looks. And so this is what I've been able to do so far. And hopefully you guys can see this all right. Sorry about that. Let's pull it back just a little bit. And so that's what we have so far. It's going to be a total of 20 shirts. It's going to be an oversized lap quilt. So that's going to be really neat. So you'll see more progress photos and video on that over the coming weeks. Hopefully we'll get it done pretty soon for her. And then the other thing I've been working on is the Mythical Darksons quilt, which is a project by Art East Quilt Company. And I've been working on this on and off now for a few months now, and it's just been such a joy to make. It's not the easiest pattern on earth, but it's well written. And yeah, I looked today to see what I could get done on this, and I realized that I have the two dragon blocks, which I showed you a couple of weeks ago. This one here, and then that one. And then I figured out that all I have to do is put this really cool fire breathing thing in the middle and the sword block, and then I could actually join, sorry, I hope I'm not giving anyone vertigo, actually all join it together, and that actually forms the top quarter or top third of the quilt. So we actually have a decent portion of the quilt already assembled, which I think is just awesome, and this fire breathing dude is just absolutely out of this world. So that's what I have going on with my works in progress. I hope to have more stuff to show you next week. But before we go on, we still have a lot to get through. So let's now move on to our week in review. And if you're new to the channel, this is just a series of clips that I put together during the week, mostly of me sewing, but we also include some of the dogs, which everyone always loves, and any other activities we get up to. So I hope you enjoy. I meant to mention this earlier in the podcast, but if you are new to this channel, thank you so much for checking it out, and I hope you would just take a few moments to say hi in the comments so we all know we have a new friend. And any products, channels, or patterns that I mention in the podcast, I'll put in the description below, but if you need additional assistance or have questions, please reach out to me. I'm always more than happy to help. Last week I asked everybody what your favorite quilting notion was, and I just absolutely loved hearing all the different answers. Some of you guys agreed with me that Jack was one of your favorites, or you just love to hate him anyway. So this week I thought it'd be fun to say this question, and if you were to quilt a quilt using only 3 colors, which 3 colors would that be? Let me know in the comments. So now it is time to talk about my goals, and last week I wanted to get some work done on my t-shirt quilt and do some work on the Mythical Darksons, and I achieved both goals, so 2 thumbs up for Sean this week. So this week, what are my goals? I want to do another block, or at least get a good portion of it done, of the So Place Like Home, which is the Wizard of Oz sew along that's been done by Art East Quilt Company. I'm about 3 months behind, but I did start 5 months behind, so you know I'm doing okay with that, but I'd like to get some more progress done on that. I would like to get some more work done on the Hunter Star, and this is one of the blocks that I made recently as reference. And then I would like to get some more work done on the t-shirt quilt. What are your goals? Let me know in the comments. So in just under 2 weeks from now, we're going to have 2 major quilt shows on the East Coast. And one of them is QuiltCon. A lot of you guys know about that. And that's going to be down in Atlanta. And Becca and so many other content creators will be going to that one. And then I will be going to the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Festival, which is in Hampton, Virginia, which is about 20 minutes for me. So I would love to know, are you planning on going to the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Festival? And if so, which day will you be attending? I'd like to set up something where for a set period of time, I would be in a certain spot. So that way, if you'd like to come and say hi, you can. And I would love to meet as many of you as possible. So let me know which days you are so that way I can try and plan accordingly. Right now I'm thinking Saturday, but if we have enough people for another day, maybe I'll change it up a little bit. Let me know. So in case you missed it, we had quite a few videos go out this week. The first 2 were my Battle of the Fabrics series, and if you're not sure what this is, it's where we started off with 24 different fabrics out of my stash. We put them head to head, and we're just having a contest to see which fabric is everybody's favorite and comes out on top. Right now we're in the quarterfinals, and we had the sheep versus the snowflakes earlier in the week, and then we had the Aussie versus Scaredy Cats, and that's going on right now. You can still vote for that, so go check out my video on that one from Friday to cast your vote, because that closes tonight, and that will finish that one off. And then yesterday I actually had 2 lives. I had one with the Breaky, the guy who sews at 8 a.m. and I had my friend Tucker from Tucker Sewing and Quilting. We hung out for about an hour and a half. We sat there and chatted. He worked on the last portion of his Elephant FPP project, or foundation paper piecing, and I worked on my t-shirt quilt, and we just had a great time hanging out with each other, and everybody that watched was enjoying that as well. And then last night at 8 p.m. I joined my friend Beth from Goody Goods, and we sewed the first clue together of the So Sweet Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts, the Village Green puzzles mystery quilt. So we had a great time, and we also had a special unboxing at the very end of that, so definitely check that out as well. So if you missed any of those videos, go back and check them out. I'm sure you'll enjoy them. So upcoming videos, let's see what we have going on. Tomorrow night we go to do the Battle of the Fabrics. We got to reveal the winner of the Australia versus the Scaredy Cats, and then put up the last 2 fabrics in the quarterfinals, which is the lattes versus the flamingos. It's going to be a hot battle. You can decide which one is going to move on to the final 4, which is our semifinals. If all goes well, I'd like to show a tutorial video this week on how to turn a jersey into a t-shirt quilt panel. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to get that out this week, but if not, it'll come very soon. On Friday, we're going to move on to the semifinals of the Battle of the Fabrics, and you don't want to miss that out. And then on Saturday morning, I'll have my break with the guy who sews, and my very special guest this week is going to be my friend Danny from Sew Not an Expert. It's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with her for a little bit, so definitely don't miss that. So, I always love to see new people take their very first step in their own YouTube channel journey. We are all new once. I was new not that long ago, and I know how difficult it is to take those first steps and try and get videos out there and get people to watch, because there's so many options out there. So if I could help give someone some exposure and pay it forward a little bit, more than happy to. One person I've noticed recently that I think you guys may enjoy is Mary Jo, and her channel name is SewJo Quilty Stitchy Things. Got a catchy little name there, right? She has quite a bit of content already, which is really neat. And one of the things I thought that you guys would really enjoy is her quilt trunk show. She has a lot of quilt tops, about 200 of them. It's a series of videos that she's putting together. So go over and check it out. And if you like what you see, consider liking the video, subscribing, commenting, just like you do over here, and let her know that I sent you. She'd love to hear from you, get some more viewers and that sort of thing there. So definitely check out Mary Jo at SewJo Quilty Stitchy Things. And I'm very excited to tell you that I do have a finished object to show you, and that is the clue 1 of the Village Green Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. I almost said So Sweet again, because I'm so used to saying that. And so I am doing the lavender colorway, and if you haven't seen this, definitely check out my live from last night. And if you haven't signed up, definitely consider doing so, because it's so neat. It's pre-cut. All you have to do is pull it out of the bag and start sewing, which is one of the things that really appeals to me about it. But this is what I did. It's 2 different blocks, and it's in all different purples, and it's a lot of batiks. It's just really, really pretty. So that's the first block, and then this is the second one. And this one's been a challenge for me because all the colors are so similar. Last time it was just all so different. So I'm definitely learning a lot as I go along with this, and it only takes about 45 minutes as well. So that's what I have going on for finished objects, and that pretty much concludes the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me today. I always love hearing your comments, but if you enjoyed the video, definitely like, share with a friend, and we'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day and happy sewing.